That's bull. I can't believe it. Doing something else. Mm. Oh gosh. I was getting real high numbers. Ah, you're here? Yes. Okay. So, well, actually, I got to make sure it's you. Good. Good, good, good. It is you. Okay. So, yeah, I had some comments today come our way to our channel. And dude, somebody said, dude, she's not coming back. She left you, like, move on or something. Please move on. I was like, sorry, dude, I didn't get that memo actually. Oh, I was messing with them. I'm like, oh man, wow, like this is really bad. Where are you getting the information? Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, it almost sounded like your ex, like, came on. There's no way you found our channel, is there? I don't know. Just kind of looked like, I don't know. But yeah, they were like, um, oh, like, he's creepy. It freaks me out. I just love how, like, what freaks them out is so amazing, actually, to share together with the right person. And I'm going to be sharing. I had to go earlier. Um, I turned the comments off, so some people still slip through the cracks. Apparently, Merc Place is one of them. So I got everything that I need for baking muffins too, but I am taking this love personality test right now, and oh, I was scoring real high, and then kind of dropped off here. Let's see where I end up. I do have a perfect date. I will get back on this one. Perfect date. I'm pausing it. I'm kind of cheating because, like, that's a tough. I'm gonna have to go with C. Romantic dinner. I cheated because I was afraid I was going to run out of time. 0 points for 10 points. We got 20. 30 for the bar. Really? What the hell? Where do I spend most of my time? Where do I spend most time with friends? No. 50, 70, 90, 90 points. Oh my gosh, that looks like my workplace. Like the measurement equipment. Yeah, that was for type one, which is 0 to 50. I have to wait because I'm 90. I scored 90. Let's see what happens. I want to I want to take that back to 60 to 100. Your coworker. So I'm the kind that gets daydreamed about. I like it. Hold on. Um, yeah, let's see what the last one. Yeah, but that is certainly not workplace romance. That where it was found. I I needed someone so much more rare and special than that. So much more rare and special. But the daydreaming part, yes, and to be daydreamed about, I absolutely love it. And someone who's not creeped out by the way that I am. Like, we speak the same love language, like, okay, I'm curious what they say about those who scored 110 to 150. Let's see what they say about them. Just curious. Oh, that was your best friend. a 160 to 210. Your neighbor. I gotta yeah, I gotta say that it didn't. I don't think it gauged me too well if it's going to recommend workplace uh, workplace romance. I can't even. Back when I was like in my late 20s, I was pretty flirtatious, and I did kind of have some crushes in the workplace. Um, but yeah, I knew it didn't. I knew it didn't mean anything because, of course, don't share the same fetish like we do, and then they're automatically don't stand a chance with me. But yeah, the daydreaming part, I like it, and that's definitely my style. Obsessive and daydream. Uh, shit. Oof. Oh, did you signal me, baby? Hold on. Yeah, go watch my short stream because I did talk to you um in there because I was like, yeah, you're just gonna watch this later. I think that those are actually in private. I don't think anybody else can even see those actually. But I figured out. Are you here right now? Give me a thumbs up if you are, because you might be watching that video right now. She's watching the video that I made for her on my first break. I'm going to start to get the ingredients ready for blueberry muffins. Hope that I saved the recipe because I learned my lesson. So, where did I put it? No, I almost know it by heart now. And I'm serious. Well, it won't crash it. It won't crash it if I open up a tab on here. Besides, I cleared up my hard drive some, so I know what it's called, to die for blueberry muffins. Because it's not my bookmarks on this account. So which one? All recipes. I think that's the one. That's it. I'm going to address that there are many of those who do not understand what is going on here. Sydnee is a real person. Sydnee does not have a phone because of her mother, and because her mother hates me, she took her phone. And we've been in and out of contact many times, 24/7 video calling. Yes. So, yeah, this is real. This is not me making this up. I'm not insane. We are madly in love, and I We don't care what her parents think. I am financially sound to borrow a little bit of money from my parents and bring her over here and take care of her on my income. Um, that's not a problem when alimony goes away soon. It's a struggle until then, but better times are on the way. And I'm bringing her home to me. This is her home. And someday you will see us live streaming from this home. She already belongs here. This is hers too. Where'd she go, baby? She's gone to bed, so I will end this. No, I won't, because she's gonna want to watch later. Actually, I guess I'll leave this going. She'll see later that this is a muffin baking date as well. So, for all the rest of you watching live, if you wanted to see me bake muffins, you're in luck. Does anyone know what a YouTube poop is? And no, it's probably not what you're thinking. It is a funny ass, like, where they take a commercial and they remix their words and all kinds of stuff and make it absolutely ridiculous. Well, there's look up Chef Jonathan Lonathan. My name is Jonathan, by the way. And if anybody wants to make a YouTube poop out of me in my little lovely cooking show here, that would be great. I would be honored. All right. 1.5 cups of flour. So Chef Jonathan Lonathan, he's a genius too. I'll put it back on the screen just in case it. Yeah, Chef Jonathan Lonathan. Yeah, he makes up some, like, invents words, and it's great because he says people say scrambled eggs, but what they really are talking about is Screggs. Scrambled eggs, Screggs. Why not call them Screggs? That's great. Like, I love it. Like, I want to start calling them Screggs now, and especially if they get like where the eggs get like overdone and really dried out. You know, like if you have a pan full of that kind of seems like it'd be like Screggs. But there's crazy people out there that probably like their eggs like that. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, like paper thin. Okay, this has got to be 1/4 this. All the markings are gone. Every time I think of it, I'm like replacing these things, and I got a new measuring cup. But all right, so there's one. There's two. There's 3/4 of a cup of sugar. I already know 1 teaspoon of salt and 3 of baking soda or baking powder. I mean, oh no, it's 2 of baking powder. Okay, now it's 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'm getting them mixed up with my doubling. Think of it. All right. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Uh, 2 teaspoons of baking pepper. All right, what's next? Let's get the oven going here. This thing doesn't really need to be preheated practically. It's so fast. 400 degrees, which is 200 Celsius, by the way. why I bothered putting this away. Now that shows you one of two things or both. One is that I bake a lot of muffins. Two, that I don't wash the dishes that much. I I actually don't really go through dishes that fast. I will rinse and reuse like all day. Like, yeah, rinse it right away, and it's ready to go. Like, yeah, I don't accumulate dishes very much. I mean, it depends on how I'm eating. Honestly, frozen food, like, there's healthy stuff out there that's in frozen food, and it's not that expensive. I am wheat free, but not gluten free, and that's why I'm making a recipe out of pure organic rye flour, because I eat gluten, but I don't eat wheat. Wheat just it's very inflammatory, and I have like arthritis pain from like old injuries and stuff. But staying away from wheat, all that's like went away, along with hiccups and blood sugar crashes. I still get blood sugar crashes. If I eat nothing but cereal for breakfast, I will have a blood sugar crash. Like, which is not one of those high protein cereals. Like, I like the ones that are like granola and high protein. Like, I would just eat all the cereals if they were a little cheaper. But I end up buying cheap stuff like this. It just like tastes good, and like it's not really gonna do anything for you. It just tastes good. I don't know. I think that was like $2 for that box. I buy cheap cereal, and I buy really good cereal. All right, now for the liquid portion, which, because I can't read the marks, I'm gonna use the dry ingredient ones. My home ec teacher would kill me right now if she knew I was doing that. All right, third of a cup. So that's that. This is gonna come in handy. Let's do. Let's do the egg first, so that if there's any eggshell, it's easiest to get out. Yeah, I'm always getting eggshell shards. Gotta get the eggshells out, fish them out. Oh, surgery's been done. There's 1/3. I do have a marked 1/3. It's improper to use a dry ingredient measuring cup, but what are you gonna do? That is olive oil instead of vegetable oil, which is horrible for you, and olive oil is actually very good for you, and you can just interchange them. Coconut oil can be really, really delicious in some desserts as well. All right, so also need 1/3 of a cup of milk. Yeah. By the way, this actually is a regular wheat flour recipe. It's very typical, but I have quite a few substitutions in there, and they're not. These things are not weird at all. And even the way that they said to it doesn't seems thicker than it usually is. What's going on here? Yeah, this is really dough. What the heck did I do wrong? Hope I didn't forget anything. I mean, it says or more milk as needed, but hope that's not accidentally 2 cups of flour or something instead of a cup and a half. I was talking while I was doing it. It might cost me. I hope it turned out good. I do have alteration of the recipe too. The crumb topping, I put it on halfway through. It tells you to put it on in the beginning, and that crumb topping kind of gets. I mean, it depends on if you like it kind of burnt crispy, you know. Now this dough is looking right. It's. I call it dough. Yeah, I noticed that it is thick. Let's get those blueberries now. This is produce wash. I guess pesticides. It's very effective at getting rid of pesticides. It's citrus. It's like a lot of it is like citrus, the active ingredients, and some other natural things. I just eyeball these. I like lots of blueberries in my muffins. I saw what they called for was yeah, so there's yet another alteration. 1 cup of fresh blueberries. Well, I had only a cup of fresh blueberries in my first batch, and I was like, this has about half as many blueberries as I would like to have. So I doubled them, roughly. I have eyeballed ever since, but yeah, I used about twice as many blueberries as I did the first time. Kind of rinse them around in there. Yeah, I get that at my local Whole Foods co-op. Probably have it at Wegmans. And for those of you who don't know, which is probably all of you except for Sydnee, I've told her all about Wegmans, but yeah, it's a high-end grocery store headquartered in Rochester, New York, and so there's actually Wegmans did make its way towards like DC and stuff too, but yeah. There's a ton of them around, like in Buffalo, New York, and which is not too far from where I am. Trying to fold those in without breaking them too much, but it happens. Oh, are you back, honey? I was afraid you went to sleep. I was like, "Oh, we're gonna bake muffins." Well, they're about ready to go in the oven. In fact, they are. Ta-da! Okay. Yeah, I told those people about you. I'm like, you people don't think she's real. Like, kind of enough with the the messages. Like, I think people think I'm totally off my rocker, and I think it's kind of funny because, like I said, I was laughing at the comments. It's she's not coming back, dude. I hate to break it to you. I'm like, oh, I didn't get that memo. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm in such a good mood. Okay, so, well, I'm in a bad mood in the way about like the guy that came through that stop sign, and and then I ended up hitting his car. I had no stop sign, and all of a sudden he's like cutting right in front of me, and I'm like, holy shit. And yeah, I was kind of, my eyeballs were kind of looking at the McDonald's to get $1 coffee, and you don't even have to get out of your car. So drive through coffee just for coffee, like, yeah, I hit McDonald's just for coffee. So yeah, my GPS was taking me there. Ohio, hello. So I assume you're from Ohio, Ohio. I'm in Erie, Pennsylvania, and my girlfriend, soulmate, and wife, she is in England, and she's going to be here soon. But how are you, Ohio? Um. Anyway, babe, I didn't set it for the 15 minutes. I was talking, blabbering for 5 minutes, so. Uh, Set alarm for 10 minutes. That means I need to move my butt and um, get the crumblies ready. All right, so I got this blend. I'm just going to use this bowl for the crumblies. It asks for cubed butter. Yeah, it takes about 10 minutes to. There's an extra 5 minutes to kill when you do this, but this will be halfway through the bake. That's the best time to put the crumblies on. I think that I got the best results was doing it halfway through. I assume this is what they mean by cubed butter. I don't know. It all turns out about the same anyway. But half of the things that taste really good and a good crumb topping, they didn't even have it. So I have no respect for their crumb topping recipe. Doesn't exactly turn out like crumbs, but it adds like this like sweet patch of like spice and it's delicious. I am actually going to use some powdered sugar, or as Chef Jonathan Lonathan says, powdered shush. Um, it seems to me this needs dried out some, and powdered sugar definitely has a drying effect. Something else they don't call for: a touch of vanilla. Why wouldn't you? This one's the cinnamon sugar. I probably shouldn't even waste that. Like I said, I might eyeballing things. That's the way I do it. I like it with a pretty big kick of spice. It's going to be sweet, but it's also going to have a bite of spice. Now, this one that the recipe certainly didn't call for is ground cloves. These really, the flavor. All right. Regular shush. All right. Oh, you could smell the spice in that. The cloves really coming through. Now we see how much flour we need to dry it back out and make it crumbly. And of course, we're using the rye flour, the 100% rye recipe. And for those of you who think that rye would not be good like as a dessert, that it tastes strong or anything like that, it really does not. This is really, really tasty still. See, this is the point where I'm like, what was the point of cubing the butter, I mean, yeah, it mixes in better cubed, but certainly not like the core of crumbles. Like, I don't know how you could it all mix that up really. Because by consistency, I kind of followed the recipe the first time, except I of course added ground cloves because I was like, yeah, I recognized right away, like, all right, I'm gonna add some more flour, but I don't really want to take away from the kick of the sweetness of how much sugar content and butter, sugar and butter. That's what makes you bite into that muffin and your taste buds go insane. Butter and sugar hit. Along with maybe a tart blueberry in there that the sweetness of everything comes out at the same time. And so you have this lovely sweet and sour kick coming your way, you know? Because that's the thing. When you bite into a blueberry muffin, like, the flavor should just be like, bam! Yeah. You're going to be so good at making these blueberry muffins, I bet. And, like, no matter what, I don't know, it might be different for us, but I was going to say how much different something tastes when somebody else gives it a go. But I don't know. I guess us probably exactly the same. Same difference. You, me. I'm just waiting for the alarm to go off for the adding the crumb topping. Actually, it looks like I was supposed to go off at 6:05 and 6:07. Here's what they look like halfway through, but really don't want to tarry long with them out of the oven. That's probably a big no-no for a lot of people in baking, to pull it out halfway through. What kind of sinks into the muffin just the right way. Like, I'm just laying it out like pieces of dough on there. And believe me, it's gonna turn out great. It seems like I have plenty of crumbs. It's getting back in fast. Whew, all right. I'm going to watch this thing and make sure it works. Set alarm for 15 minutes.
Done. Your alarm set for 6:24 p.m.
And no touch. What the heck? It says 6:0. What did I snooze it and forget? I don't know. That crumb topping is going to be perfect. My gosh, that's good. Mm. Yeah, I finished my last muffin at work today. Hey, baby, can I ask you a quick question? Are you still there? Move the like button if you're still there. Come on. What time is it? Check out liked videos. See where. Oh yes, yes. Well, she did go to sleep. However, yeah, she picked like a 10-hour sleep video. Yeah, because some of the relaxation ones are like 3 hours, but she uses them just for like relaxation in the background. I mean, I think she has use for them sometimes, and but yeah, she definitely picked a sleep one because I like to sleep to the same thing that she does. Okay, so Noob Master says, uh, "Bro, I'm sorry, she ain't coming back." um, he says, "Bro, I'm sorry, she ain't coming back. She's gone for good. Please move on." We're just interacting. So yeah, I was like, "Yeah, I didn't get the memo." Yeah, it makes me laugh. Oh. For those of you randomly there, yes, we have a pooping fetish, and it is a serious thing. Like, um, not having that in a marriage made my marriage fail, and I've always needed that in a partner who feels the same way. And she is also the same, and we're both completely like it we're very into it, pooping and farting fetish. And no, it's not that scat eating fetish. This has nothing to do with that. Like, if you're here, then you saw like some things, and like, you're only weird when the intended target is freaked out, but when the recipient of my weirdness lovingly welcomes me with open arms and shows her weirdness all at the same time, that there's nothing creepy about that. I mean, it's kind of weirdness is defined by the definer. How do you measure normalcy? Now, I follow the Bible, but the Bible is very clear on things that it touches on. There is nothing wrong or sinful about this fetish when it is shared, especially by a married couple who are believers in Christ. He will bless that marriage, and he will bless that intimate time, the way that we need to experience it. And I believe he created us both very unique, so that we would have a need for her, like each other, that is unprecedented. Um, and it's very successfully done that. Um, I'm a wreck without her. When I was um, really first placed in this struggle that I'm in, I didn't really know how to handle it. I wasn't sleeping enough. I wasn't tired. I wasn't thirsty. I wasn't drinking enough water. Um, I was like falling apart without knowing it, and that is trying to basically bottle a relationship that is so bubbling over, and it's had to be bottled up. I'm not gonna lie. This love has made me crazy. Like, I've lost my mind more times. I mean, because before everything was kind of blasé. You meet someone that you're not really all that compatible with, and you try to make it work. That's where 99.99% people are, sadly. They're trying to make the circle fit the square. Yeah, maybe it'll go through because maybe the square is, small enough to. Then you try to fit circle into the square when you're square. You have a whole new set of challenges. You got corners. So it's not a radius measurement that is going to fit. I'm in metrology, measuring the science of measuring things. Used to be plastic, now it's metal. Yeah, I'm a quality engineering technician. And I started out as simple visual inspector, QA, and my obsessive mind fits well with that. And I am a very jittery person. You wouldn't think a jittery person stuck in an office, but my legs right now are going crazy. When I talk on the phone, I pace around. I don't know. What I don't like is standing. I will pace. You tell me to stand, I will pace. Hate that when that last hit falls in the bowl. Let me see if I can actually turn the comments on now. No, we want live chat instead of top chat. I don't know. Ohio, are you still there? I was just curious if there's fetish folk close. Be cool to put some people together. I got my match. I don't care what the hell would ever fall in my lap. There's no woman like the woman I got. If that sounds cliche from a song, I apologize. I don't really listen to stuff like that. I like really deep music. Like I do not at all like rowdy music, but I like music that is very unique, like she and I are. See, you look at it, it's like, where's the crumbs? Where's the crumbs, you know? Oh, it's in there. Those babies are like almost like marshmallows that kind of puff up. I'm talking by consistency, you know. Well, you ever get like toasted marshmallow, you know, it's puffed up. it's and then it's like a marshmallow. You can imagine how that turns into tar later, and that is kind of the consistency of it, But it's like, when you're eating, I wouldn't say it really gets stuck in your teeth or anything. I mean, it's not. I don't know. It's so tasty though, and it's there for taste, not appearance. Like if I had crumblies on these, like I don't know, like I really tried to follow by structure the recipe. Maybe I don't know how to cube butter. I don't know, but anyway, all I did the first time I think was just like add cloves. I measured everything out and sure shut that off. It's pretty hot. And I got air conditioners running, so don't want to waste energy. But yeah, I do it for the money. Nobody likes an expensive electric bill or an expensive gas bill. Yeah, I always adjust the thermostat when I leave. Like, I don't know if it's because I'm like really skinny, but heat and humidity, like if I'm not in direct sunlight like kills me. It like fries me like from the outside in. I like cook. But if my home is like 78 degrees, I'm fine. Like yeah, so my neighbors they always have their air conditioners running a lot more than I do. Um, so you two that are in here, I don't normally do this because everybody cooperates really well with the not hitting the like button, except for Sydney, and I really appreciate that. But we're going to make an exception right now. You two that are in the room, if you would like a new live stream started with the chat open, hit the like button right now. There's another in here. Welcome, new person. If you would like to, a new live stream started where you're able to chat, hit the like button. Guys, hit the like button if you want a new live stream started with with chat available. I'm so spoiled. I live about an hour from the nearest Indian reservation, and weed is legal there. So you just go and buy with cash. I mean, it's good stuff that you can get for $50 an ounce. An ounce lasts a pretty long time, even if you like to toke like round the clock sometimes on weekends. I know that's not healthy and it's sad, but gotta remember, like, woman of my dreams, 3,000 miles away. It takes its toll on me, and sometimes I just feel like I want to be in a coma until she's here. That someone would just put me in a drug-induced coma and say, like, work on it and get her over here, like, and wake you up. That's what I want. I do so much for extra money. I mow grass. I give people a ride from here to there, kind of an unofficial Uber. So yeah, I remember a time where it was like Cash App. Money's always going out. Nothing ever comes in. Not true anymore. Some of that driving stuff, yeah, Cash App. $50 shows up in there. My friend wants me to pick him up at the airport in Cleveland, Buffalo, or Pittsburgh, all equidistant, hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on what part of the city of each. They are equidistant from Erie, Pennsylvania. So, yeah, I'm kind of in I'm definitely in a tri-state area, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and New York. Yeah, because I can drive half an hour that way, and I'm in Ohio, half an hour that way, and I'm in New York State. Weed makes missing her better, because I feel like we telepathically link better when I'm high. I don't know, it seems to kind of clear my head out, and she and I know. I don't really care what anybody else thinks, that we can communicate. Like, mind you, this is a woman who is selectively mute. Okay, so anytime in the brain that something is not firing, like some other part of the brain says, okay, I'm going to kick in because, this is not firing, and it's proof that as humans made in the image of God, we are superhuman, but unfortunately, those abilities, when man sinned and the world went to decay, those things that we that are not well accepted in the scientific realms. It is what it is, and it's happening between us. Like we had to get through a complex Google verification in order to be signed onto the same channel without being able to text each other or anything. Numbers on a screen. Guess which ones they are. Anytime you tried, like, I tried to use logic. I'm like, well, they put it over here last time. They probably wouldn't put it there again, or to think that, when you see the number 25, which is significant to us, I'm not going to give the details because that gives our personal information some. But yeah, we try to like, okay, so I see a 25. It's got to be that. Nah. But when I read them off to her, she could see me on the screen just like this. Okay. Now remember, she can't comment or anything. She's only got a TV. Okay. You guys follow me? I hope you are, because I'm not crazy. She's real, folks, and because the plan was, while we were messaging each other on Messenger, which we did video calling from before. Now, we're always scrambling to pick together with like what we got. We do what we can. And she was taking care of her grandmother for 2-3 weeks, and yeah, her grandmother had an iPod. It was like an old iPod. No video calling from that thing. What I got, like, she was able to take pictures of it, but you could tell it was grainy. This thing is old. This iPod device, like, you can't, like, it can't handle Snapchat. Yeah, so we couldn't do Snapchat. We were stuck to Messenger, and also the cheap phones that I was mailing Sydnee because in case she loses, like to replacement, So I'm just like the cheapest one that's going to work, like for her, and that couldn't handle Snapchat. So when her mother stole her original phone, which Sydney tried to take back her phone that was stolen from her, and which what's her mother gonna like? Oh well, I gave her the money to buy the phone, and like something low and stupid like that, No, she's an adult, and you bought that phone for her, gave her the money. Doesn't matter. She has used that phone, personalized that phone. It is a piece of her property. Okay, that's stealing. That's theft. I try to report to the police, stolen phone, stolen property, like go, like, and, like, arrest this woman and question her about the abuse. Physical, emotional. Uh, I'm not going to talk about it much because if I know she's going to watch this later and I don't want to upset her. Um, yeah, and the police apparently tell her mother everything that I say to the police. Well, at that point, you gotta give up on that juncture alone. Now, Sydney, this is really for you. This is how important it is. They will side with us when we both jointly together show them what it is that these two adults want. And I don't believe there is power of attorney. I think that you told me the truth about that. Your mother would not be that concerned with stealing your passport. Yeah, because if she had power of attorney, like we wouldn't get anywhere anyway. And that's why, though, if there is power of attorney, do not panic. Um, it might take a little bit of time, but I will soon have um, lots of money to pour into it if we somehow fail in August. Um, I'm not anticipating that, but yeah, that's why you need a social worker, a police officer to look into getting these documents for you that are legally yours into your hands. They can do that. They can pull those strings. They can talk to me if they want jointly together that we are saying this is what we want and that I'm going to pay for it. Um, their assistance would be wonderful. If in the public service they found that we've been together for nearly a year, in just over 1 month we'll have been together for 1 year, and frankly we work together. It works. I have had this desire to take care of, to nurture. Not the right candidate. you know my ex, I never knew what she wanted. But she knew, and it came out that I kind of wish that, like, she needed me, that I take care of her. She kind of took that the wrong way. She just quit her job, and like she's like, I am going to this house is going to be my job. It's going to be like, how I never said, like I always kind of your mother and spotless and all that stuff. She's like, well, I am going to do it because this is my life and I'm proud of it and this is what I want to do. House went to shit. I know you see behind me these ratty curtains, and So she wasn't working, she was pursuing school for um, mortuary science, which I thought was creepy. Um, why she got so obsessed, with that. What she do when we get divorced? She gets a job right away, of course, because she's got to. $175 a week for me in alimony that I gotta pay. That really kills your paycheck. Yes, I get paid every week, but talk about a serious garnishment. Although it's not at all done that way, and my ex and I trust each other a lot, and everything. And she just sends the request on PayPal. Now that's how we do it. Whatever request I see, because usually she's pretty behind on it. I just press the button and then take her word for it. 350 for 2 weeks. Okay, there you go. Because I keep track in my books, and I know she's gonna get it right. I Now there are five paycheck months. June is a 5 Friday, so 5 paycheck month. I like it because there's one extra week to pay bills, like one extra week to not have to pay alimony either, because it's calculated as a 4 week month. It sounds like I'm trying to like scam her out of money. No, she's entitled to so much per month, but it's split up into weekly. So yeah, so she can't claim to need her 175 payment. If it's the fifth Friday. I'm not at all greedy. No, this is the money. It's gonna get me over there to rescue her like some fairy tale story, but it's true. We had people think it like, no, surely you're being catfished, dude. She's too perfect. Too perfect for me. She's First time I saw her, I just went, oh my. It was seeing my reflection like a mirror. It was like I could see right into her brain that it was identical to mine. That anything that I ever feared being judged or weird about, like it's just all out the window. That's what true love is to me. Do you understand anybody better than you understand yourself? Can you honestly say? You can. When someone's identical to you, they're perfect for you. It is still another person, to pour compassion into. Even if you have that veil lifted off of you, They say that in autism, that empathy without identicality, basically. There's a term I'm looking for, but I struggle with the same. I I have a lot of trouble feeling things for people that are in situations I don't understand. If I have nothing to compare to, I really struggle. I don't want to, and especially not to my romantic partner. I've poured my whole life, really, like, into that relationship. Was always so important and so core. When you have someone who returns love in the exact same fashion that you give love, you give exactly what you want. There's no struggle to understand then. When the other person's experience is identical, your bodies link. Oh boy. I do know that I always get into weird conversations when smoking weed. But I hope that it still makes sense. Helps me get that out, because I am a weird guy. All right, I gotta say, I'm a weird guy, and when I was talking about like weird, I loved it when Sydney's like, I'm always weird. I saw those. That's exactly when she typed it. Like I was just like, I love it. Yes, I'm always weird. Yeah, I don't like to ever be dull, and I'm dull when I'm riddled with anxiety, and weed does help with anxiety. Um, Unfortunately, I gotta go to bed. Um, Start work at 5 a.m. End of my night, and I am going to sleep to the sleep video that she has chosen, and we can watch it together and know that we're seeing the same thing on our screens, flashing as we sleep, connecting us. These things are all really important. And the bigger the challenge that Sydney and I face, the more epic and inexplicable. The forces that drive us together are so strong. We're seeing crazy things happen like all the time. Our emotions are completely intertwined. Signing off for the night. I love you forever, my sweet Sydney. Talk to you in the morning.